Good morning, this is Jeremy Williams with Sewer Line Check Professionals here at 4735 Togovia Avenue in Woodland Hills, performing a video examination of the main sewer line. Entering into the line today through the main sewer line cleanout located in the front planter area just to the right of the front entryway. The sewer line here is made of a material called vitrified clay. Vitrified clay is easily the most common piping material for sewer lines, and it is considered a good material primarily for the fact that it does not rust or corrode over time. As it is not naturally decaying, it has this potential for a nearly unlimited lifespan. The two main issues with clay piping, the most common is root intrusions, which we saw some indications of at that joint. They look to be well cleared. And also there's potential issues with seismic activity. Sometimes it's a combination of the two. Right here we do have a little crack on the pipe, and the roots you see on the right would indicate that the crack has breached the pipe wall. It's not just superficial. Sometimes you do run into superficial cracks. But that looks to be a little bit more. It hasn't stopped the system from working at this point, but it does represent a pretty significant breach in the integrity of the pipe, as well as, if allowed to continue untreated, could result in further issues. There again we have a crack, and there is a little bit of shifting starting to occur in roots. Another hairline crack there. And then another one, this joint is pretty badly cracked. You can see the kind of puzzle shape there. It goes all the way even here and then to the right. Right here you can see some heavy root intrusions on the right. That's actually probably a dead-end section of piping. However, it looks like it wasn't well capped. Right here we're transitioning from the 4-inch in diameter clay to the 6-inch in diameter clay. It's called the lateral portion of the line. It's the portion of the sewer line that typically is underneath city property, sidewalk, curb, street, all the way to about usually the center of the street. While it is under city property, it is still the responsibility of each individual property owner. The city basically installed it originally, and then once the property is hooked into it, the property buys it and becomes responsible for its condition, its maintenance, and repair if it ever becomes necessary. That's our city sewer connection, 65 feet into the line. A little bit of roots there at the last joint. Given the cracking that we're seeing, luckily the lateral portion of this line looks to be doing okay, and this is by far the more expensive portion of the system. But basically, all the way up to here, with those really heavy root intrusions, I'm going to pause recording while I locate where we're at here. Hopefully it's in a relatively easy point to get to. So that section of the pipe there is about 5.5 feet deep underneath the front yard before the city property, which is helpful. It does, however, run diagonally the sewer line across the front yard. And while we're on the right side of the front entry flagstone walkway with the cleanout, that last point is on the left side of that walkway. As we're running in and we're seeing issues in the clay piping all the way from the very beginning, I'm going to be advising that the clay be replaced from this access point to that area right before the lateral, which I'll be indicating with some orange marking paint. Another option would be to look into something called the lining system, where they install a new pipe within an older existing pipe. The benefit of a lining system would be that you wouldn't have to excavate the entire system, ranging from about 3 feet here at the start, I think it is. Yeah, about 3 feet to 5.5 feet in the last point where those really thick roots are coming in. You'll want to consult qualified contractors in that regard. Once this first section of the sewer line has been replaced or rehabilitated, you'll want to continue a maintenance routine on a yearly schedule. The yearly maintenance should keep the roots cut back from the system if properly performed, which will very significantly reduce risks of roots causing blockages and, or more importantly, damage to the system. That's going to conclude the video portion of this examination. Again, this is Jeremy Williams with Sewer Line Check Professionals. Thank you very much and have a great day.